Okay, so this is a tutorial on how to do G2. The reason why I'm making this is because every time I stream the game, G2 seems to be a boss fight that seems to be a fight that most people don't know how to actually do it. It seems to be the most awkward fight, and it actually, I think it kind of is the most awkward fight because you have to rely on something completely external to beat him. It's not just damage based. It's based on timing. It's based on the exact moment that you can actually hit G2 with the crane. Okay, so just before we get into this, right, let me just explain a few things. On the screen right now, I have the SRT. The SRT, what you're seeing now, is on the left, kind of in the middle, where I see where it says caution. In this save file, I just happen to be in caution. There's a herb I'm going to pick up in a minute. We have 3 grenades. We only need 1 grenade for this fight. That is if you're going to be playing on new game, not knife only. And you really only need about 2 knives. Now, I have the infinite knife in this just for practice, but I'm not going to be touching the infinite knife at all. So before we get into this fight, if you see the red bar there that says 100%, right, that's actually going to be the health of, right now that isn't the health of G2, but when we get to the fight, there's going to be 1 bar there that's basically going to be the same as this, and that bar will need to get under 50%. It's his health, so that bar will need to get under 50%. When it goes under 50%, even if it's 49.9%, you can hit him with the crane once and he's dead. You can one-cycle him. So, what we're going to do it now. To be honest, I don't really think I need to be explaining DA in this fight. DA doesn't really seem to be a factor in this fight. So, yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is, like, a lot of people are going to probably pick this up, So, I'm going to pick it up. I'm just going to be in fine, okay? Now, before we go in here, I'm going to have to make sure that we have a grenade picked up, okay? So, or a grenade equipped, I mean. So, the grenade is going to be equipped. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to flip the switch, and we're going to run all the way over here. And when we get to about kind of here, we're going to throw the grenade. So, I'm not going to do it now, but we get to about maybe here. And then you start moving back. And as you're moving back, you throw the grenade like this. And as you throw it, the claws are going to come through. And what this actually does is it cancels out the whole kind of sequence where his claws come down, which is just timeless. And not only that, but you're going to see on the SRT, his health on the red bar, that it's going to go down to like 96% or 95%. So you actually do damage to him. So right, we have grenades now. So let's just do the puzzle. Boom, boom, boom. Watch, I'm probably going to mess this up now. So, you turn around, move back, hit now. Okay, it worked. So, if you see it there, there's 2 bars because the game is picking up that there's a zombie in the area, but don't worry about that. It's the top bar. It says 94%. So we did 6% damage, right? So what we do is with Leon, we stand over here. We stand on the right side here, right? And we make sure our knife is equipped, okay? Now we have a knife. The knife that I have equipped right now is the 780 knife. Clearly, if you run this game, you will know that knives have durability to each of them. So what we're gonna do is G2 is gonna open this gate, this shutter or whatever, and we're just gonna run. We're not gonna stop. Right now, it's important we stay on the right side. Claire would stay on this side. For some reason, it works out that Claire. Most runners seem to run on this side because Claire runs faster. It just plays out differently. Okay, so let's go and run. And before I actually go into this fight, I'd recommend putting the options down to going into your graphics and putting the image quality down to 50 or at least 70, because you're gonna need your frames to stay high for the the knife. If you run this game again, you probably already know that the knife does a crazy amount of damage on 120 FPS, and that's what you're gonna need. So we just keep going, keep running, keep it tight. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get to the edge there, and G2 isn't gonna really follow me down. He's gonna kind of stay up here for a second, okay? So watch. You can hear him behind me. So he stays up there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to run in and we're going to press the button, okay? Now, you see this kind of, the edge of this. This might be just placebo. I don't know if this is kind of... I think this is more consistent. It feels like more consistent. But I usually just kind of literally I brush by this crane. It's not really a big deal. But what we're going to do is, right, we're going to circle around the left and we're going to hit the button, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take like one step back, and we're not going to be able to see G2 here. We're going to take one step back and immediately take a step back again towards the button. And one of two things are going to happen. You're going to hear G2 like roar, and he's going to jump and he's going to hit you. That's actually kind of the better RNG that you want in terms of time save. Or he might not do that. He might kind of do this like triple attack where you have to wait for him to come over and he slams the ground, and then we're going to start knifing him, okay? Now, it might be a little bit hard for me to do this like while continuously pausing, but just watch what we do here. So I twitch off this, I hit this, I move back. Okay, I know that we got the good RNG, we got the fast RNG there. So if we didn't get the fast RNG, I would actually move over and pick up the knife and the flashbang that are right to the left, but we can pick that up later now. So what's going to happen here is G2 is going to come and try and hit me, but he's going to miss. That's when you take the opportunity to run in and fucking give it to him. So right, let's go. Now, I might actually mess it up. We'll see. I got hurt there. It's awkward doing this with pauses. So he's going to go down. All right. So he went down. Now I took a hit there. It's awkward when you're pausing the game. My knight, trust me, you have to try and stand sort of in front of him. If you stand more in front of him, all you have to do is try and get the knife swings perfect. My knife swings weren't perfect there. It's awkward doing it while I'm pausing. But he's going to go down now, right? And there's two things that you can do. You can break the knife if you want, but it's more dangerous. It's more risky doing that. Because he can get back up too early, and then you're going to miss out on the timing of the crane. So what's going to happen here is, just for safety's sake, I think this is it might be slightly too advanced to be breaking the knife. That's for kind of higher level speedrunners. But what we're going to do is, now I use the 7RE2 control scheme for this game. So what I do is, I'm going to start knifing him. I'm going to keep hitting 2. I'm going to see me hitting 2 there. Like, whenever you tap 2 for me, it'll show me the health of the knife. And just when the knife is about to be broken, we're going to swap back into the menu, and we're going to go back into the inventory and swap to another knife. Okay, so let's give it a go. So, and you see the position I'm in? You have to stand kind of right here so that the whole knife has to really, like this position right here is perfect. You have to stand kind of right where right where Leon is right there. Claire's is a little different. She kind of stands more to the left, but Leon kind of stands kind of in the middle. Just make sure the full swing from start to finish is like covering G2's full body. So we're going to keep knifing him. We're going to keep looking. Right, I broke the knife by accident. I didn't mean to do that. I'm hitting him again. So then now I hit this. Alright, he's on 52%. Now I broke the knife because again, the fight is awkward when you're actually when you're pausing. Even this fight isn't that perfect. But right now, have a look there. He's on 52%. All we need to do is hit him once or twice, and that's it. Almost anywhere in the body. We don't even need to be in front of him. If he was on like 56% or 58%, I'd probably need to get back into that original position. But the awkward thing about this fight is that it even gives me anxiety sometimes when I'm speedrunning, is that it can kind of almost be RNG sometimes as to when he's going to drop to the ground like this. So it's going to be awkward to know when the button is going to be available. Sometimes I run over to it when the button isn't even available, and I've wasted my opportunity for, giving them more damage. So we press the button, the crane is on its way. I don't know, it probably takes something like 10 seconds for the crane to get over, and you have to make sure you get out of there. So he's on 52% right here. So we're going to only hit him once more, or maybe twice. There we go, he's on 48% health, right? He's on 48% health. He's going to growl now. So watch this. He's going to do some like big growl, and he's going to run towards us. Now, I might get hit by the crane here now. I'm a bit fucking embarrassed with this, but he's going to do this like roar, and then he's going to run at us. The important thing is, We want him to run into us. You can't run forward too long. He's going to run into me for a second. He's literally going to be pushing me with his body for a second. And you're going to hear like a second roar. So he roars, then he runs at me. And then as he's literally touching me, stay there for a second, and he's going to like roar again. And when he roars again, you just run forward into that safe spot there. Because when he roars again, he actually goes to grab you. And that's what you want, because when he grabs you, when he goes to grab you and he misses, he stands there and he gets hit by the crane. So let's just see. I'm a bit nervous now. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Right. That was the most awkward fucking thing. I don't know what happened there. See, this is the weirdest thing about G2. G2 is just the weirdest bot. I think I should have moved backwards more. I should have given him more room because he sort of ran around me. But you can almost see he's almost... I'm not going to say he's harmless there, but he's almost harmless. Like, he didn't grab me. He luckily went to grab me there, even though I wasn't even in the way. But that right there is not a perfect fight, but in theory, that's how you do it. I'd like to do it again without pausing. It would be a lot more easier. My muscle memory would be smoother. But that's the fight, and he's dead. He's done. Now, that fight was a little hairy, so usually you'd have enough time to actually run in here and grab that knife and grab the flashbang, and you're back out, and you put the graphics back up to 100. And that's the fight. But again, G2 is a fight that is really, really awkward and dangerous, and it can... Even I mess it up sometimes as well. Like, you'll see Orch messing it up, you'll see Trey messing it up, you see a lot of really, really good streamers messing it up, and sometimes G2 just doesn't really behave. But trust me, this is definitely the most consistent way of doing it. And if you just practice it, you'll get it down. Just keep practicing what I showed you here, and then you'll most likely get it down. So I hope this was I hope this was useful. I hope this was helpful. G2 is an awkward. Break the knife if we get the early attack. If our knife swings are good, if it drops pretty good. If not, I'm not gonna do it. Come on, give me that early attack. Come on. No. What the fuck? Shit.
Now I got you.
Perfect. Alright, solid fight though. Solid fight. He didn't give me the early attack that I wanted, but solid enough.